Hi, welcome you all to the lecture of British literature. In this video, I am going to discuss the brief primary points of the first and second unit of British literature 2, which is prescribed for the second years. My name is SATHYA. I am working as an assistant professor and head in the Department of English, KSR College of Arts and Science for Women. What is British literature? British literature is all about, we are going to read the works and the languages of the British background like England, Wales and Ireland. In the first unit, the prescribed topic for us is Ulysses. It is written by Alfred Lord Tennyson, one of the important writers of Romantic period. In Ulysses, it is a blank verse. And Alfred Lord Tennyson not only belongs to Romantic period, and he is one of the notable figure in Victorian era. And this poem, it was published in 1842 in his well-received second volume of poetry. It is in the form of dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue, we all know, it is one of the beautiful techniques used in English literature, where we come to know how the speaker expressed his inner thoughts. And in this poem, we have a significant hero, that is Ulysses, and we are going to see his travel and how he got all those experience in his personal life, and his wife Penelope and his son Telemachus, and he returned to his kingdom Ithaca. The famous line from this poem Ulysses, to strive, to seek, to find and not to yield. Even most of the places we have used this poetical line, and it is based on the Roman, that is a classical work Odyssey. And next poem we are going to see is Robert Browning, My Last Ditches. And Robert Browning, he is a very prominent writer and exponent of using this dramatic monologue. My Last Ditches, this poem is all about how he killed his duchess and how he showed that portrait to the visitor of his house. So it is in dramatic lyrics, and the speaker of the poem is Duke of Ferrara. And the thing he hates from his duchess is she gave same reaction to him and also to the people who gave compliment towards her. And next poem, T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland. It is a huge poem. T.S. Eliot, Thomas Stearns Eliot, he is a modern writer. How modern people are completely deviated from Christianity. Even the 19th and 20th century, they are wastelanders, which means they are modern people. They are not giving importance to Christianity. And this is a huge poem. It has totally 5 sections: the burial of the dead, a game of chess, the fire sermon, death by water, what the thunder said. The prescribed, the allotted topic for us is the burial of the dead, the first opening section of the poem. In the very opening section, this poem was completely characterized by disillusionment and despair and a sense of meaningless. And the last 2 topics of the first units are W.H. Auden, The Unknown Citizen. It is a kind of satirical elegy, and it praises of a man who has recently died and who lived what the government has deemed an exemplary life. In this poem, we are going to see how that man is completely submissive to the government. And next poem, one of the interesting poems, Matthew Arnold, Dover Beach. And Matthew Arnold also one of the notable figures in Victorian era, and it is a lyric poem. And what do you mean by lyric poem? A lyric poem, it has only a single speaker. And in this poem, the poet, the speaker and his wife, they went for an honeymoon. There they are observing the calm night, and they are how the speaker is telling to his wife and how she passively listened to him. That is all about the poem. And this is also a dramatic monologue because one is a passive listener, and the speaker, he lamenting the loss of true Christian faith in England during the mid-800s. And moving on to the second unit, the second unit is very simple because we have only 2 topics, that is G.K. Chesterton, Piece of Chalk, and second topic William Hazlitt, Indian Jugglers. Both are essays. And in the first Piece of Chalk, it is an anecdote essay. What do you mean by anecdote? One of the unforgettable incidents which has happened in our life, that the speaker he narrated, I mean he shared his experience that how he spent a day by sketching on a bright brown paper sitting on a wall because he couldn't find a white chalk. Okay, and the second writer, William Hazlitt, essayist, and William Hazlitt, he talked about Coleridge, and he had a close association with S.T. Coleridge, William Wordsworth, and he writes a beautiful essay, that is Indian Jugglers. It was published in 1817 as a part of collection The Round Table. And jugglers, what do you mean by jugglers? That is, it is a kind of art where the people are doing something wonder, that they throw things at air and they catch us. Even we can see all those type of juggler performance in magical show, even the roadside we could see. And William Hazlitt, he portrays the talent, the art of Indian juggler. They are showing their extraordinary skill and art of creating illusion. Even he mentions it is an Indian unique art form. Even when we see any juggler in the roadside, we immediately stopped and we started to wonder how the people are doing and catching the multiple things, by using the two hands in the hair. So it is mentioned as an Indian unique art form. So far I have shared you the primary objectives of the first and second unit. Remaining unit I will share you with you all in the next video. Thank you.